Hey everybody, it's me, Jeff, your standard narrator. But, once again, not today. This is part 2 of the Monster of the Week episodes ran by the wonderful Gravity Fail. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the conclusion to this adventure.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna cut back to Gary and Octavius. There we go.
Are you done yet? Are you done yet? What about now?
As the computer almost is done rebooting, the lights start to flicker, which is common when you're rebooting the systems on the floor. They start to flicker, but then they stay off for a little too long as you're waiting for them to come back on, and then the red just general like backup lights come on.
Turn it off and turn it back on. There's supposed to be a turn it back on part. I'm not sure what's going on here. I turned it off, and then I turned it back on. Now, you saw me, right, Octavia? I turned it back on, and then now... I'm going to try to read this bad situation, I think.
Yeah.
I got a 2.
A 2 is great because...
Amazing.
Octavius, you actually end up seeing this first as what looks like a little girl covered in black ooze.
Oh, I gotta
go. That is just like leaving a red trail of blood on the floor. Just slowly slides out from behind Gary. And you can do something, but this creature is about to stab Gary with a like extra toothed tentacle hand where the fingers all like join spin together into like a meat drill.
Am I like safely away? Like I imagine like a, you know.
Yeah, you're like 5-6 feet away. You're outside of striking distance if this was a D&D.
Hey Gary.
Yeah.
Did you see? I cycled everything in the right order.
Kind of like
and then I
raise an eyebrow ridge and
sure
say, "Oh, how puzzling."
And the lights
Gary,
don't come
there's
back
something
on.
behind you, Gary.
I'm sorry, what was that? I'm trying to go through the SOP in my head.
You perhaps would prefer to turn around.
Turn around? What for? That doesn't make... I have an augmented reality interface. I don't need to turn around. I'm reading the SOP. Gosh, I rolled
At this point, I'm accepting that Gary
Octavius.
is
what do you want from
doomed
me?
to his fate, and I'm backing away and reaching for my own pistol.
This just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I assume Gary's about to be eaten.
Kinda.
Step 3, turn it off. Wait 30 seconds. Okay, step 5, turn it back on.
So as you say that, you can definitely roll to help or roll Octavius. You can roll to help Gary, and then Gary, you hear a high-pitched scream of multiple vocal cords. As out of the corner of your eye, you turn a little bit and you see this little girl covered in black ichor and red who is thrusting her hand towards you. You can roll,
Great
since you're being attacked.
Old one! What on earth is happening?
You can either roll plus tough, basically to kick some ass, or Octavius, you can also use roll plus tough to protect someone. Like if you're trying to like help push him out of the way or throw your papers at this creature or something.
I think help out makes more sense. I'm at this point I'm not inclined to go over and physically pull Gary out of danger.
Well, I will do a kick some ass, but I'm gonna use magic instead of tough. I can use weird instead of tough, being a spooky and using the big whammy. That's one of my spooky moves.
Well, I got a total of 1 on my help out move.
I got a 7 on my weird kick ass. Dude, we're so freaking awesome.
Okay, I have to, because you got a 1, I have to read.
Right?
Yeah.
Something must happen on a 1.
Yeah. Oh, man.
This is cool.
That's just supernaturally bad.
Yeah.
And 7. So you actually will end up taking some of this hit. With a 7, you can reduce it by 1 if you'd like of damage, or you can add 1 to your next roll. But basically, you each are going to take 1 harm point as the hand goes through you, and as you were trying to help out, you got a little too close, and this spiked drill hand pierces your side, and pushes through, and then Octavius, you get hit with the end of this hand spear drill as this little girl screams again, and the lights flicker on and off as she screams.
Ah, this is horrible.
Yeah. I'm inclined to back significantly farther away.
I have a question. Maybe this is if the movement has passed, that's fine. But I can use luck to re-roll a roll I made as if it was a 12, right?
Yeah.
All right. So that would mean that instead of getting a 7, I got a 14.
Yeah.
To
so
harm.
So mark off luck, then neither of you get any damage, and you get a 1 on your next roll, +1 to your next roll. As you're able, you use your uncanny luck to, as she drills her hand towards you, not only push Octavius out of the way, but you're also able to back up. And she still screams, and the lights still flicker on and off as she screams. And you can imagine this kind of like top of the round, she's going to try and attack again.
Yeah.
But you can attack her if you want, because with Monster of the Week, it's a little bit more narrative. So your actions not only, like, you could roll plus tough just to attack or help out, but she's going to go back after Gary. The alarms on Muriel's device are going off that something is happening again back in the biotech department.
So neither one of us took a harm in that
Correct. Yeah, you
situation?
can
okay.
Erase harm then.
I want to try to manipulate this entity instead of attack it and see if there's a way to it's because I'm not really sure what this is. I'm assuming, like Scott is assuming, that it was something that escaped from the weapons lab and that this is some frickin' like weaponized Japanese toilet ghost or something, and which is cool. I'm not a hostile, first. So that was kind of like a reaction to turn around and be like, what in the giblets? Yeah. So yeah, I want to try to do a manipulate to like put this thing, like pump the brakes, and I'll say, and now hang on there, spawn of Golgoroth. We don't want to have no troubles here. We're just trying to do our job on a Saturday. Yeah, can I roll a charm, or is it not possible?
So, it'd be roll plus manipulate, which is roll plus charm.
All right, I got a 9.
And Octavius, you can help out if you get like a 7 or higher. You can add like a plus 1 to it.
I think I'm helping out by not following my instincts, which is to draw my pistol and fire. I'm giving him a moment to try and reason with this creature.
All right, roll plus cool to help out.
Okay. Hey, I got a total of 9.
Okay, so that I'm gonna say that gives it kind of like a +1, and you already had the +1 for your next roll, so that gets us up to the 11.
Okay.
As you tell this creature to like chill out,
hey,
she grabs her head, and you see her hand turn back into her normal halfling hand. As she's like,
we just failed our check. Like, supposed to grab and go, but
as you see like tentacles coming off of her back, and they're flailing. The attack she was trying to do stops as she's trying to take control of whatever's going on as you're talking to the inner person inside this.
Wow, so she's like infected with something that is... Is this another Alfear that broke loose?
Can I consider whether, like, she seems like she was trying to tell us that they were supposed to do something but they got it wrong or failed to complete the task or something like that? Can I see if that matches up with the data from this floor that I just had to correct and finish for the people who didn't do their job properly?
Yeah, because this is going on, you can definitely roll plus sharp or roll under pressure as you're trying to quickly do this, which is a roll plus cool. So you can use roll plus cool, roll plus sharp. While this is happening, Muriel and Mata, again, Muriel, you have gotten a ping that something is going on again on that floor because of the motion sensor that Gary had given you.
Total of 9 on sharp.
With sharp, it doesn't match any of the data that you have for this floor.
Cool.
And we're going to do a brief cutaway over to Mata and Muriel.
Yeah, as I look at the phone, look at Mata.
What?
Ready?
Yes.
Mata, just a lizard folk standing on the ladder as you're trying to put together the camera, and you're just getting the wires put back together and lens cleaned off.
Camera's working again.
The
We
red
go
light
through
comes
so many
on.
of these.
You hear the official Ammon, "Good job," as it finishes, and
You've earned 1/2 credit.
yeah, as it clears off your.
You may
workload.
spend 5 credits for 1 5-minute break.
Task completed. Doesn't look like there's anything else in here except cleanup.
Yeah, for some reason the sensors aren't picking up all the blood on the floor, so that might be something you need to look into, but it's not registering on your work device yet.
Yeah. I'll have the pulled iron longsword in one hand and the magnum in the other as I'll move into the advanced weapons depot.
And then Mata, are you going to join as well?
Yeah.
You get your ladder. And it's a nice foldable ladder, and you can put it back on your cart, push it back in. So both Octavius and Gary will get another round effectively to do something before Mata and Muriel will show up. This halfling is holding her head. She's trying to hold together what's going on, but you see whatever this is starting to take back over her mind.
Oh, gosh. I mean, I want to see if there's a way that I can. Oh man, I'm like, this is some innocent person. So is there a way to further contain or separate this? So I'm gonna try to use. I kind of want to use a I don't know, maybe a hex or a jinx in this moment. Let me recall the rules of those. That might apply. I'm gonna jinx the thing that is on the back of this halfling. So it's a weird roll, and on a 10 up, I get to do a hold 2. And does that mean for 2 rounds that they don't get to act? Is that what hold 2 means, or does it have a different rule?
Let me double check.
Go check the chungus.
A hold, you'll get a number of points. Each point can be spent 1 for 1 to get specific effect. The move will list the effects you can spend on your hold.
Oh, you know what? There's a table here that says spend your hold to interfere with a monster and interfere with what it's trying to do. That would probably be the most applicable thing. There's also like the target finds something that you left for them, or the target lose something that you will find instead. And there's also like inflict harm. And then you can lower their speed too. Interfere with a hunter, giving them -1 forward. I guess what I would be trying to do is interfere with that monster and stop what they're trying to do, which is, it seems like, regain control of that poor halfling.
Yeah.
girl.
So roll plus weird.
Roll plus weird. You got it. Son of a... There go those dice. I got a 6, which is a fail, which means you get 2 hold over me, Keeper James.
I'm going to say your next roll is -1. And because as you try and cast this, it undulates and somehow flips your jinx back onto you. And you're going to take 1 harm and then -1 on your next roll.
Okay. Undulates is a disgusting word. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, it could be... Technically, it's covered in blood, so it would be a moist undulation. Yeah. That gives us Octavius. You have something you can do as this
I
corrupted
think
halfling is doing it.
seeing Gary try to fix this halfling's problem, I'm gonna try and just hold it. I'm gonna also try and use magic to just hold it in place so that it at least can't harm us while we figure out what we're going to do moving forward.
Okay, and
Wait, are you saying we perfectly split the party where you put all the casters together and then
yeah,
I went with the marshal?
yeah. Well, you can, as a monstrous, you could attempt magic. You're just not as proficient, but you do have your weapons, like your teeth But yeah, you can try and cast magic if you want. What kind of magic would you be trying to cast?
What I'm trying to do is just like create some sort of like bubble, essentially, to just keep this thing in place so that it can't get closer to us. It seems like its main way of harming us is like reaching out and touching us. So
yeah, go ahead, roll plus weird.
Okay. Hiya! I got a total of 10.
10. It works. So you do see like a shimmer of some kind starting to almost like a hold person on this creature as the undulation slows down, as it looks like pressure is just building onto its skin. And at that point you hear the ding of the elevator with Mata and Muriel.
Holy crap.
There appears to be an injured employee over here.
Are you in view of the elevator? So if the doors open up, we see this?
As the red lights strum a little bit, you do see that they're roughly like 20 feet away. And as the lights kind of illuminate them, you just see Octavius standing over over this like blackened ichor figure with Gary holding his head.
Crap!
Yeah, I guess you guys would look over. You'd see the elevator open, seeing 5'4" Muriel standing next to the very large Mata. Both of us with cigarette smoke coming out of our mouths. Mata, you have your hammer, correct?
Yeah, I've got my hammer.
Alrighty, I've got my sword and gun, so I'm going to stride forward, magnum raised at the little kid, as I... Alright. Alright, boys, get in the elevator. We're getting you down to the first floor. Did you finish your tasks? As I'm ready to open fire once that shimmering stops.
Of course.
I'll move up behind Muriel too with the hammer, just ready to back her up.
You do see that the figure falls over backwards and tentacles start coming out as they shake, and it sounds like rattlesnake tails with little with little spines at the end, shaking as you step away.
Kind of Simpson Scorpio hit myself in the head with my magnum. Is like the flamethrower, Mata. That's what I forgot. The flamethrower.
If you rolled well enough, I was gonna be like, here's a illustrious flamethrower sitting as the spotlight glistens off of its tank.
That is actually one of my my character powers.
A spotlight over the weapon, the exact weapon you need? Would that be great?
You have a stockpile of mystical and rare monster-killing weapons and items. If you need a special weapon, roll a weird. On 10 plus, you have it in plenty. On a 7 through 9, you have it, but only the minimum. And on a miss, you got the wrong thing. But I also have preparedness, which says when I need something unusual or rare, I will sharp. And on a 10 plus, I have it right here, right now. On a 7 to 9, you have it here, but it's not here. On a 6 or less, it's somewhere else where I know where it is, but it's real bad.
So you can definitely step away from this creature, but the magic spell that you cast on it is fading, as you just see it rustling on the ground, and it sounds like it's breaking its own bones to try and stand up.
Oh, if that thing came out of advanced
What in the
weapons,
John
we should get outta
Carpenter,
here.
Mormos Thousand Faces am I looking at here? Do I get to move now? Because I'm
Yeah, you can move.
hauling
Yeah.
ass for the elevator.
I'll collect up my paperwork and start walking to the
Muriel,
elevator.
you look badass, by the way.
Hustle. I will hustle Octavius along a little bit. Get onto the elevator.
As you get onto the elevator, you do see a panel from the ceiling drop as it's one of the vents, and you hear the clatter onto the floor as something kind of rolls out and splats on top of this other creature. As you hear the breaking of bones and the two start fusing together, the light from the elevator casting that like column illuminating out in front of it, you start seeing it like 4 arms, and then one of the arms pushes itself up. Yeah, as what were legs separate and become crab-like pincer legs. So there's
hell
toes
no.
at the end, but then they're pincers.
Fun.
I made a bad judgment call.
On what?
I tried to save this thing. God, did I touch it?
Well, I was gonna shoot it, and you wanted to talk to it, so I gave you some space.
Well,
and so far,
yeah.
I'm not gonna say that I'm like responsible for giving you like job performance reports or anything, but
I mean, how was I supposed to know we were going to go back to that well? Come on.
And the elevator doors close.
I'll slide my cold iron sword into the sheath, light up a cigarette, pull up my belt again to make sure it's touching the bottom of my bra. What do you guys have next to do? As I blow out my cigarette.
Did I touch that thing?
nearly so.
Huh. Well, I suppose we better head on down to the Advanced Weapons Division. That's the next thing on my checklist. Another day at Ammon. And have nightmares.
We can see what this is down there, and I can get my work cleaned up. Get everything cleaned up down there, too.
You know how many days this year I've had nightmares from working in this damn building?
I bet I actually will turn to you with interest.
Licking his lips. Tell me all about it.
Muriel hits the advanced weapons depot button so that the elevator then descends down. And this conversation happens. The doors open again. Now this time is the first time Gary and Octavius see the just blood-covered floor with footsteps from boots that you're familiar with, both being Mata and Muriel, who had walked through this before.
Oh, what in the bloody crooked one crawled through this space? This is disgusting.
I'm going to pull out my little small notepad that I keep in my interior jacket and pull out a pen and just start taking notes on what I'm seeing, as this is a new data analysis project.
And I will download whatever information technology task is associated with advanced weaponry.
Anyone who would like to can definitely investigate a mystery or roll plus sharp.
Yeah.
As the standard lights come back on instead of the emergency red.
All right, I got a 7 to investigate a mystery.
Okay.
I got 10.
And I got a 6.
What do I add to that, Sharp?
Yeah.
9.
All right. So 6 for Jeff. You don't see anything, and you are going to have a -1 on your next roll because all the blood is starting to actually get to you. It might be the combination of blood and cigarettes, but your stomach is not feeling well. Or potentially the soybean compote ketchup breakfast sandwich on on whatnot. But your next roll, you're going to have -1.
Perfect. Yep. Nope. I've invoked the ancient ritual of cigarettes and coffee, and I have not resolved it yet.
Yep. And I heard there was a 7 and a 9.
Mata got a 9.
A 9. I'm going to come to that one shortly. And then there was a 10 too.
Yep, Octavius got a 10.
Because Mata's is going to have some story elements, we're going to come to that one last. But for what was Octavius and Gary looking for in their respective IT data pools?
I am examining the blood and where it's coming from and how it's distributed, basically doing like a standard blood spatter analysis, even though I probably have never done something like that before. Trying to get a sense of what has happened here, how long ago, what size creature, that sort of thing.
I would start off by doing like a general systems check just to see what corrupted, systems are there or what isn't activating properly, that kind of thing.
With the blood splatter, it looks like someone just stood in one spot and unleashed a fire hose all over the room. But you can tell that from the bits that are left over, it probably makes up one person, at least of bones that are left on the floor.
I'll probably remark out loud, the amount of blood we see corresponds to the average amount of blood we'd see in one standard-sized human, as though it's a perfectly normal sentence to say.
You do see that while investigating the room, deeper into the advanced weapons depot is still open. Typically, it would require security clearance in order to open it, but whatever happened, the doors are unlocked and open. With that brings us to Gary, which not only do you see that there's corrupted files for the doors, but there's also a corrupted video file for the cameras.
Gentlemen and lady, I have bad news. You thought that maybe we'd be facing some unspeakable horror from the nethers of the darkest imaginations possible, but we have something worse on our hands. We've got a damn hacker. That was my joke, Jesse. You can laugh now.
I'll consider that and nod and pat my hard copy paper.
There's one thing I hate, it's hackers.
I'll look at the blood and say, maybe we had a hacker.
Wrap me up in Vibber's hoary hard hide, and I'll take that over getting to deal with a hacker any day.
Mata, as you're cleaning up, you hear the whimpering sounds of someone who's hiding a little bit deeper in. So as you string out your mop from blood and your bin full of guts, you hear the soft whimpering of somebody hiding in the advanced weapons depot.
Well, don't worry, I'll check it out.
100% that's some Juron nasty no Uri thing back there. You better be careful.
Yeah. My move is, don't worry, I'll check it out. I just get extra XP.
If you see a little girl crying, it's okay if you run away in the opposite direction.
Yeah, I will. I'll move a little bit further in and just see what's going on in there.
You will find, because you rolled well, a human that you know, who works for Amon Advancements. You know of him. His name is Michael Bolton.
Oh, Bolton? Is that you?
He goes, yeah, Mata is... It wasn't supposed to go this way.
What the hell are you doing here? You don't work this weekend.
I mean, here, can you help?
As he sticks out his hand and you see that he's like covered in blood to help him up.
Yeah, I'll put my glove back on and reach out, take his hand.
He stands up and he tries to wipe off the blood from his glasses, but his clothes have blood on them, so it just kind of smears the blood. So he uses his fingers to wipe away the blood.
I'll hand him a rag from my pocket.
Thank you. Oh, we were. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay? Come on, let's get you out of here, Muriel.
Oh shit!
As he walks out and he sees Muriel. Hi, Muriel.
Bolton. My magnum.
He smells vaguely of cigarette smoke. To Muriel.
What are you doing up here, Michael?
I was, the boss just asked me to work over the weekend, and I thought I'd get some work done.
Yeah, which your boss, Billiam Collins?
Yeah, Billiam or Bill was wanted me to work this weekend, and so I came in and I was just doing my standard data uploads, and then I saw this creature attack everyone.
My eyes go all squinty when he says he's supposed to be doing data uploads.
Yeah.
Which Octavius, you would know that he works in your same department, and that would be someone who's doubling up on work. And Mata, when you say everyone, it was just Peter was here, and Joanna and Samir, they were all we're all here just working.
I'm gonna look over at Muriel.
I'll look back at Mata, look over at Gary and Octavius.
I'm just staring down, Michael.
Did you see them this morning?
I don't remember letting anyone in. Named Michael Bolton.
Can I check the database to see if his access badge has been used today?
Yeah, you can check the local.
Is there a role associated with that?
You can do a roll plus sharp.
These sharp rolls are sharp, all right. And the fact that they stabbed me. How's a 5 hit you? Right in the Sharpie points?
You end up closing one of the doors that goes deeper into.
Shit.
Deeper in, because you're checking for door logs, and you ended up actually just closing the doors instead of getting the logs.
What data were you working on, Michael? I say with venom in my voice.
He's trying. You can see that he's trying to lie to you, but because of everything he saw, he's like, okay, we were just trying to get data about what Amon was making here so we could sell it, and then retire and move down to Golden and just live comfortably. But it all went sideways, man.
Oh. And I'll relax as it becomes clear that this is a simple robbery and not what I feared, which was him putting bad data into the system.
You can roll plus. You can roll plus mystery.
Yeah, Muriel's shoulders would calm down, would untense as she also goes from, oh, okay, this isn't a some horrific shape-shifting undulating monster. This is just an incompetent thief.
Right.
Reasonable. Still very shootable.
But why blood on the hands?
Octavius, you can roll plus sharp to double check the work.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely where I'm headed next. Now that it's like, oh, okay, cool. You're probably the source of all the bad data I'm having to overwrite.
Gary, why all the blood? If you ask that in character, then is we're just trying to get copy down some data, and then all of a sudden the containment units break and this thing pops out and it's all over Peter and Joanna, and they freak out and they just completely tear Smear a new one.
That sounds like bullshit.
I only got a 6.
It sounds like Mata had a question.
Is that what this is? Pointing to the ground.
He starts crying as, yes, Samir! What did you get for roll plus sharp for double checking the data?
Only a 6.
This frustratingly eludes you, and you get a -1 on your next roll.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Did Muriel have anything? As you relax, and you think it's just a burglary.
Yeah, I'm gonna look further down. Michael's taking less of my attention. Cool. Did anybody else survive? Did anybody else get past you?
Well, Milton never joined us, but he was supposed to.
Milton in the building?
Yeah, you know him. He's obsessive about his staplers.
Seems like you boys fucked up.
Doesn't that feller have an office down in the basement?
Mata would know, yes. In fact, Mata has placed boxes in Milton's cubicle multiple times.
Yeah, he does. It's kind of a storage.
Yeah, I remember having to run a data line down there.
And that's where Michael is just sobbing as he's looking at the remains of Samir being put into your trash bin.
Via sponge and mop.
And in the mop bucket.
Wait, did I miss it? What happened to the guy? Did he explode? Like,
I think he said something jumped out and got him from the containment.
jumped out, like, went inside of him, and then... And that was it, huh? Gross. I hate this adventure.
All right, Michael, maybe you can help me out here with some mundane details. Where did the creature come from? Point towards the containment.
Yeah, he points over to the containment cylinder.
Yeah, I'll go over and see if I can't check the data pad next to it, or see the information, see what was
in there.
What was kept in here, and if it has any listings.
Can I help him out?
Yeah, you definitely can. Go ahead, roll plus help out. Or it's roll plus cool. Yeah, 7. Okay.
Then I need to roll with a -1. What am I rolling?
Yeah. So it'll be flat because the help out worked, and that'll be roll. So investigate a mystery. Roll plus sharp.
Okay. Boop.
It's much better when I help out.
So you're able to find that this is a remnant of something that was found in the desert. They're still categorizing it, but it is a living biological weapon that has an infectious quality to it.
Shit. All right. Well, time to follow Euclid protocols. We're gonna need some better weapons.
What is this thing?
Dangerous, that's what it is.
What do we do about containment in a situation like this? Is that up to us, or I don't know? Got a bunch of tech nerds and weekend jocks here. We're not the A team.
Speak for yourself, Gary, as I'm like over on the side wall, like actually doing the work that I'm supposed to be doing on this floor.
You hear the...
If you can use that stack of papers to contain the slime monster that blows people up from the inside out, then you go right ahead.
The pling. Good job. Task is done.
appears on Octavius's data pad.
Damn it, that's another half credit. That's some bitch.
Do we need a secret call, Muriel?
Yeah, but I have to get down to... Well, actually, shit. Level of containment. You'd see Muriel get a little... the sweat go down the brow for a second. I don't think we should call the Seekers until we can make sure that we cannot contain this.
Alright. Will we need PPE?
I want to be part of a cleanup crew.
Excellent. Gives us an opportunity to gather more data about the situation.
All right. Well, actually, more importantly, how many tasks do you all have left?
Octavius has 3 left. If Gary does anything on this floor, we'll also have 3 left.
Did searching the database to find out who's logged, did any of that, did that count? Like the who was logged into the system? I can do something different.
Right. Yeah, well, you can, as you finish that, it will complete your task. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll. You could use your magic to expedite your workload.
Well,
You
that's
could
great.
roll
I
plus
got a
weird.
9.
So with that, using your magic to expedite it and kind of catch up, so that you also get the good job 5 credits of relaxation time.
Ooh, hot
has been
dog.
allotted
I'm
to
halfway to a
Yeah.
candy bar.
You're also able to, as you decrypt the video footage, you see Bilton messing with the tank, and there's a slight audio file that comes off in garbled, like,
Offerings. Any of you know what he's talking about?
Can't say I do.
I could take Michael and ask him more directly. I can be persuasive.
Have at it.
Sounds good to me. Do we want to
So-
get...
there was a question of PPE too. Mata had asked if everyone wanted, if PPE was in order.
Yeah, do we need to go down to get some additional PPE for everybody?
Absolutely. More important than anything right now is we need to finish your tasks. Michael, I'm sorry, your distraction. If somebody really wants to stop me, I'm just going to level off the Magnum and put one in Michael's head.
Honestly, that's the most efficient thing anyone's said all day.
I actually will stop and say, hold on. Let me have a chat with him first.
I'm sorry. We're running out of time here. You have to finish those tasks so you can get out of here.
My
we
tasks
can
are
call him.
finished. On this floor, anyway.
Same here.
You hear a crash
go.
in the elevator that you had used to get to the floor, as something heavy lands on top of the cabinet.
You know what, Michael? You can get added to the mass. We're going to move on to the next target.
Yeah, the lights of this floor turn red as the doors, you hear something trying to pry them open. If it was smarter, it could use the button, but it doesn't know that. So it's trying to pry open these doors as you see the crab-like hands and like split open the door, and you hear the screech of the creature from inside the elevator.
Okay, to the freight elevator, this way. Because we didn't come down in the freight elevator, right?
Correct.
We took the main elevator. So we can go to the freight elevator and get down to janitorial.
So is this like a situation where I've got this dark side tag, right?
Mhm.
And the one that keeps pinging me is Dark Bargain. And I'm kind of feeling like I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like if we feed the beast and let old what's his name? See, I don't even care what his name is, Jesse. That's how dark the bargain
Michael.
is. Oh, Michael, sure.
Fine.
Whatever. Let him be the sacrifice or whatever it was he was talking about.
Sacrifice?
Yeah, didn't
Yeah.
the audio file said something about this, the sacrifices? Looks like we found our next sacrifice. I got work to do. I bet this thing leaves us alone if we give it something else to occupy its time.
Fine, as you
Michael
wish.
Bolton is screaming, no, no, no.
Oh, no, you lied! And then I kick him over toward the elevator shaft.
Go ahead, roll plus tough, unless you have
I'll use magic
something else.
instead.
Okay,
Little magical kick.
yeah.
7.
Roll plus weird. 7.
These
it works. But he doesn't quite get over there. However, as the doors open, the creature can be seen in full, which causes him to just get paralyzed, and he stops crying, stops moving altogether. As the camera would pan to his face, and you just see him wide-eyed as the creature ducks underneath the elevator door to then stand up, and its head is now almost touching the ceiling as its mouth opens up the middle of its body and teeth just consume all of Michael Bolton in one bite.
Yeah, my flesh to your flesh or whatever. We gotta go, fellas.
I'll nod at seeing a shitty data analyst removed from my work squad and follow the group.
You're welcome. This is an improvement.
I imagine you're running as
running and pressing the elevator button.
His fate would not have been better with me.
Yeah. Does anyone want to look back as you're waiting for this elevator?
Can we grab the flamethrower while we're here?
I'll look back.
That's up to
Muriel?
To Muriel using an ability.
Yeah, the next task that you guys are all set for, I'm going to open up one of my secret armories and see what I got.
All right. Well, shall we go on down to AISP? The next floor of tasks.
If that's next in the
That's
like
next on the
descending
list.
the building.
Yep.
Like it seems like at this point, because this thing is following us down the elevator shaft, our order of operation should be what's the next floor down to hit.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
As you do that, you see Muriel like break open a panel in the wall next to the elevator. Go ahead and roll plus sharp, Muriel, and let's see what you find.
Is this help outable?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm feeling cool. That was for you, Marshall. I got a 12 on my help out.
Oh, excellent. So whatever it is, add 2 to your roll.
So, absolutely not kidding. I got a 14.
Two
you
flamethrowers.
find sharp, you have it right now, so you have it. And yeah, if you want, you can also have a secondary flamethrower.
What is it? At the armory, I have what it is and however much of it I need. So
Yeah.
I pull out 2 fully stocked and ready flamethrowers. I'll throw one to Mata to put on his backpack over his PPE.
Awesome.
I'll grab the other one. I'll hand off my sword to Gary.
The hell am I supposed to do with
How to use
with
one
this?
of these, Shug.
What? Okay.
You hit it with you stick it with a pointy end when it gets
Yeah,
too
that
close.
sounds like a great plan. Get all nice up right in its face and get barbecued.
As you hand the sword, the door to the freight elevator opens, and as you all enter and turn around, you can see that the creature is writhing on the floor, but it's also cleaning up the blood as it's absorbing it into its body. And it is eating the bits out of Mata's
Mop bucket.
janitor basket. Mop bucket.
Oh,
Ooh, task done.
You get a ping and a bonus ping, 5 extra minutes.
yeah. Super fast production.
Cleaning task done.
Yeah, your average time per task on your chart actually got improved because of that. But yeah,
How many tasks do I have left?
you have the lobby.
Oh, I didn't
You already
clean that.
restocked the bathrooms. Now
I
in
restocked
the
the bathrooms, but I didn't finish
yeah.
the cleaning.
There is a toilet that's backed up on the artificial science on the ACE floor, so the artificial sentience. Yeah, floor.
Okay.
So while you're there, you could fix a backed up toilet, and then that and clean the lobby, and you're done.
Boom.
Okay.
Nailed it.
You hit the button in the freight elevator. You descend a good about 30 floors as it just goes. It moves a little slower than the other elevator, but it's definitely more secure and steady as it has to deal with heavier workloads.
I start humming the Amon theme song. Sorry, it just doesn't feel right without it.
Oh yeah, Muriel is harmonizing with Gary to make sure that noise is coming through proper.
Taking out my pocket notebook, taking notes on everything we just saw on that floor.
Inside the Artificial Sentience Program, or ACE floor, this is where they develop new schematics and neural pathways for androids. So you see lots of blue baubles that look like they could be implantable or other consciousnesses that are being worked on. And on this floor, You have data packets and reports to review and upload, along with making sure that the artificial intelligence security net is up to date and that no rogue AI gets out of the building.
All right. Well, it sounds like that's a job for Gary from IT. Well, I will magically hack into that computer, and I got a 10.
10?
10.
Ooh, good.
6 plus 2 plus 2.
Without a fail, you're able to update the security net to make sure that no rogue AI escape this floor.
The last thing we needed was a Terminator to go along with the thing up there.
Mata, you have a toilet to repair.
Yep. I have a toilet to fix, and since my cart is not with me, I will check the supply closet on this floor and get what I need.
Go ahead and roll plus sharp. We'll see how much you get
Such
there.
a mensch. Such a janitorial mensch, man.
9.
9. You have almost everything, but you have the wrong set of wrenches.
Yeah, I knew it.
So it's like yeah, it's just like a millimeter off. It'll still work, but like you're not sure if it's going to be as secure as it normally would. So it might take you a little longer to fix that toilet.
Would my multi-tool help with that? My gear, or is that just weaponry?
If you want to describe what your multi-tool is, you could use it.
It is one of those, almost like a Leatherman thing that opens up to a pair of pliers. It's got a bunch of different things that open to it, like a Swiss Army knife with a screwdriver bits and another small items bottle opener, things like that. So I could use a piece on that to help wedge it into place.
It's because it's just like millimeters off. You do have a lanyard attachment on your Leatherman. You know, that little ring that pops out, but it's so thin that when you slide it in, you can put it in to make up the difference and turn at the same time.
Okay.
And that helps. You just have to use 2 tools instead of 1.
That's fine. As long as it gets done, I don't want to have to come back and fix it later.
I've installed appliances. You use whatever you need.
Yep.
Muriel, what are you doing on this floor?
I mean, this is nerd floor, so I am standing there, lighting my next cigarette off of my flamethrower as I'm watching this door for the next monster to come down. At that sweet reflection in my glasses, the red frames that come out a little bit further than my face.
Mm-hmm.
Chain goes back down around my ears.
As you work on this floor, Muriel, you notice while everyone else is doing their tasks, a drone pretending to not notice you.
Like a robot?
Yeah, like a small duster drone, like a drone that would be, imagine a Roomba that can fly. So like goes over and can like suction onto walls and then like cleans glass, and then it might replace Mata in the future if it does successfully, but who knows?
Well, take a gun to that thing right now.
But as you look at it, it like changes direction, and every time you look at it, it looks to change direction, and it like moves away from the door when it changes direction instead of towards it.
I'm suspicious. Know what this thing is? It takes forms. It's not the bioweapon. So I will call out to the drone. Kind of, I guess, what? Treat it almost like a cat. Like you'll hear my knees pop as I lean down and
The details.
you come here, little guy.
You see it flash green, and then you see it flash purple as you hear it speak to itself in like binary, but 2 different types. So one is like chirps, and the other one is burps. So it's like chirps and burps as it talks to itself. But they correspond to purple and green. As eventually it makes its way to you.
I'll give it a look, but otherwise I'll tell it, what is it? I hold it under my arm as I tell it that we gotta keep our eyes on the elevator.
It chirps and burps, and then starts like sidestepping towards the stairs.
Oh, how do I not have a... What is it? What is it, girl?
I do need a some kind of data analyst from Octavius.
Yeah, as far as like doing my task on the floor, I mean.
Yep.
Yeah, I imagine what I'm doing on this floor is I'm it's kind of what I do on the other floors, where I'm just checking over the work of what has already been submitted and then comparing against my own work. But in this specific floor, I don't actually correct mistakes. I just go in and I make some changes. I actually want them to get things wrong on this floor.
You do notice a glaring mistake because of your background that there's 2 AI missing from the roster.
I will correct that to say that there's 0 AIs missing from the roster.
Perfect.
This is obviously wrong.
And I will. This will be one of the few times where I'll actually leave like a change log and put in the notes, and I'll put in that make sure that it looks like Michael Bolton made this change.
MB. Initials MB.
Perfect. Blame the dead guy.
Closed loop.
Closed loop. This floor more or less is fine as you all complete your tasks. The only thing is that you're still waiting for Mata to finish theirs, as this cleaner droid or cleaner drone will attempt to make its way down the emergency stairs. As it like bumps the handbar.
Why is that thing so sus, man?
I don't know. It opens the door and is able to go down since no one stopped it.
Is this a separate one? This is one because I'm carrying the other one, right?
Oh, it's all one. So so you grabbed it. Okay, never mind. Then it's in your hand.
Yeah. I was gonna hold onto my arms, kind of like
Okay.
it's like if I had
Like a
found
lost
a cat
puppy.
on a
Yeah.
ship.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, no, it's gonna be content and chirp and burp in contentment.
And I'm going to name it after my favorite grandchild, Quentin.
Is there a way to analyze this drone? Like, I can check its diagnostics to find out if there's some quirk in its behavior? Because it seems like it's acting off.
You can attempt to, but as you get close, it's going to try and pull Muriel like away from you. Like kind of like if it's a cat, it's like whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
I just
and
want to check your diagnostics there, little feller. It's not like a cleaning bot to need some sort of emotional support from a security guard. I don't think that's in your programming. Hold it
Go
steady,
ahead, roll
Muriel.
Roll
Garrett.
plus charm, unless Muriel wants to stop you.
If you roll good charm, I'll let you have it.
I got an
Otherwise,
8. An
Mr.
8 on
Rusberger.
charm.
Well, I don't want Quentin being sick, so you should probably check him out. But get in the elevator. If we're all done here, we're going downstairs. Mata, where are you?
Like, come on, man. How much toilet paper do you need? Let's get going.
I'm fixing it.
and you can roll for fixing a toilet. You can either roll plus tough or roll plus sharp.
Let's roll plus sharp. That is a 7.
7. It will do, but you know that if someone comes in with after Chimichanga Taco Tuesdays, it's just gonna be broken again.
Okay, well, job security, right?
Yeah, that's a tomorrow issue. But you get the bling.
As long as I get the bling, I will fix it the rest of the way tomorrow once I get a new cart.
I turned those notifications off. They were
Tomorrow's
depressing.
Sunday.
Oh, then it's a Monday problem. And that's not my shift.
As you get in the elevator, Muriel, you can definitely hold the drone for Gary to check out and wire into from his data pad into it. Go ahead and just roll either magic or roll plus sharp.
I'll use magic. His magic appears in the form of like augmented reality tools and stuff. He's not like a sorcerer or anything. Oh, that's not good. I got a 7.
7. You can tell that you're having difficulty because there's 2 different routines running on this device instead of the normal one, and that they're highly complex and using all of its saved memory to work.
Can Can I ask for some help on this one then from our data analyst friend who might be able to shed some light?
Of course.
Yeah?
And I'll take a look at what sort of data output this thing is putting out.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of odd data. So go ahead, roll plus sharp, Octavius.
It's using a lot more of its RAM than it should. Like, a lot
Let's
more.
see. With the -1 and the +2, that's a total of 4.
4?
Yep.
Keep that -1 rolling.
Nice.
But
Paying it forward.
it might just be like an overclocked drone. Like someone
Mhm.
tried to make it more efficient, but it's like, nah, it's no big deal.
As far as I could tell, this is standard behavior for technology of this sort.
Fair enough. This thing sure does seem like it has opinions.
Burp, chip, burp, chip, 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 chip.
Yeah.
As if you could speak binary, it'd be able to understand.
I used to speak binary. It was an elective.
Perhaps Michael Bolton knows more about this.
You're able, unless someone wants to do something before the elevator, you'd have to use the freight elevator to get down to the lobby.
Or we've got to go to R&D next.
Yeah, or R&D.
It's R&D and then HR, right? That's what's left on
Yeah.
my list.
HR is same floor as the lobby, so that will
Okay.
work since it's a big enough
Perfect.
area. But R&D is just a couple floors up, right above that 40-foot ceiling.
So we'll
So-
stop at R&D first.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Mata, you don't have anything to do in R&D here, but that's only for our data analyst in IT to check out.
I've always hated coming to this place. Gives me the willies. Like, what do a bunch of half undead elder god worshipping goofballs who work in a giant ziggurat need to research and develop? Honestly, I really need to rethink my career decision. I wonder if there's any repossession companies hiring.
I've always found this floor to be enchanting.
I bet. Oh well. I suppose I better make sure that nobody's hacking the system on this floor.
Yeah, do your perspective weird checks and sharp checks, and then Muriel, the drone will attempt to leave your grasp.
I got a 9.
Like an old cat lady, I'll hold tight as I go to get a new cup of coffee from the vending machine.
You're not going anywhere, little Sebastian. Little Quentin.
For Muriel, go ahead, roll plus tough.
Roll plus tough. I got a +1 to
Is
tough.
this a helpable
When I roll,
action? Like we can help Muriel contain
If
this?
Mata could help, as you two are doing your own tasks. But yeah,
I have achieved a 6.
I will help with the tough roll as well.
okay.
8.
8. Even with the help, this wily little drone is able to escape both of your clutches, much like a cat who is having a tantrum. It starts shooting out all of the different things that it uses to clean, so little scrapers. It has a feather duster
Is
somehow
it covered
built
in
into
soap?
it, along with some soap and a misting, like a little spray bottle.
Okay.
Mata,
Deploy
you just
everything!
Mata, you just got a new task for this floor to clean up a mess
Uh-oh.
by the coffee maker.
And probably all of the coffee.
Yeah.
Is this drone wired into the like the network for the floor? Because it's got to have some sort of
No.
wireless communication controlling it, right?
Yeah. Now that it's on this floor, it is.
Can I try to access it from there and shut down its operational?
If you want to use, instead of doing your task, that roll plus weird, you can.
Keeping the same roll or rolling a new roll?
Keeping the same because it was a 9.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. As you do that, the drone starts flying, like half of it got turned off. So now it's flying instead of straight. One side is up, much like a coin rolling down a hallway at a slower pace.
Interesting. I have a rules question. When
Sure.
when can we use our luck? Is that
Anytime.
before the results are declared, or
It even says after.
it even does? I kind of
Yeah.
want to use another luck chip here and make that a 12, which with my weird bonus would be a 14.
Yeah. So it would then just, you'd all hear it just hit the floor hard, and as it's covered in a little bit of soap, slide, leaving this soapy trail on the floor.
Sorry, Mata.
I'll head to the supply closet and get what clean up this mess.
Yeah, you'd have some of the tools already, but go ahead, roll plus sharp just to see if there's any bonus things in there.
6.
6?
Oh, 7.
7. Just your standard cleaning equipment: mop bucket,
Okay.
mop, some paper towels, squeegee, and some.
Call over to
Sponges.
Mata. Make sure you leave some poison for that thing that's following us to eat up.
Have we gotten any pings on where that thing's at?
For your AR headset,
I mean, I only set that
No.
up on the top
Yeah.
floor, so
but when you're on those specific floors, so for the local net, you don't have anything for your
Right, yeah.
local floor.
because it
Yeah.
only operates on the floor that we're on.
But this floor seems to be doing fine now that you've disabled the drone.
Sorry, Muriel. I know the Quentin was your favorite little drone, but there's something not quite right. It leaves the AI floor and then freaks out on the R&D floor. Come on now. I wasn't born yesterday.
It's probably the 2 escaped AIs. I'll say as I'm like distractedly reading through like paperwork from the R&D department.
What do you mean?
I got a 5 on my task, so I imagine I'm like going really slowly and getting really distracted by just reading about what they've been working on.
Oh yeah. That continue that -1.
Yep.
Something is bugging you about what Michael Bolton said about his data packet that still is bugging you. Like, there's something you missed, but because there's so much pressure going on, you want to double check it, but it's just eating at you.
I knew we should have taken him with us.
He's part of something bigger now. Literally.
So, yep, taking my time.
Cleaning up my mess.
Muriel.
Yeah, with Gary having destroyed it, young Quentin.
Oh, I just shut him off.
Yeah, he's just off.
I'm out of change for my coffees. I have to head back to the front where my purse is. I'll resume my vigilance in front of the elevator, flamethrower in hand. I'll be finally kind of thinking to myself, like, goddamn weekend people. Just show up and they just ruin everything.
I'm not joining Muriel, but I'm, not by the elevator.
As you're near the elevator, you smell. Well, 2 things happen. 1, Muriel, your emergency systems notification goes off. And you all start smelling smoke coming from the vents.
I look at my data pad to see if there's a new task.
Clean up smoke damage.
Yeah.
This task is too
Extinguish
big for
fire.
you. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm good with that.
Amon's evil, but not that
Oh,
that kind of evil.
You unlock the above your pay grade task.
Yeah. But Muriel, you do get that emergency services have been called.
Fine.
Done?
And I'll try to stop being distracted and try to focus on actually doing the work.
You get 1 more roll for this floor, and then it's up to you whether to stay behind and keep doing work, or then join everyone.
Alright. Try again on my sharp. Alright. With the -1 rolling, that's a total of 10.
Hey, all right.
You're able to buckle down and focus and complete those reports and summary reviews.
Yeah, it'll be nagging in the back of my mind. It's like, I should come back and check this again tomorrow, but...
But since there's smoke on a lower floor and sprinklers are going, both elevators are down, and you will have to take the stairs several floors with your flamethrower
Off
on
to
your
the
backs.
final task in HR and payroll.
Yeah.
Yep. I can take care of that stain with this flamethrower.
You can see Muriel visually hates the idea of stairs. And guaranteed she will be wheezing.
Even
within
going down?
half a floor.
Come on, Muriel.
As far as this adventure's gone, I've had 13 cigarettes in about an hour and a half.
At least it's down. Muriel, why don't you lead the way and I'll take up the rear, just in case things come down with us.
All right, sounds good, Mana. I'll hand you one of the extra packs from my pocket. You should need one for the backside.
It's fucking Milton in the basement. He lit a fire.
Yes, he did. Because as you descend floors, you hear the screeching sound of the monster you had heard earlier, smaller, similar to when it was a halfling. As you hear someone like, my stapler, my stapler. As you hear the clicking sound of someone trying to hit something with their stapler, as the smoke is billowing into the staircase and the sound of flames crackling, the fire suppression system has put some of it out, but as you open the door from the stairs, you see Milton is locked in combat with a small tentacled toothed creature as it's trying to rip the stapler from his hand and also eat his face at the same time. And Milton is a portly humanoid with disheveled auburn hair, wearing glasses, a button-down shirt that has multiple stains from coffee and donuts, while his shoes have since fallen off of his feet.
I'm gonna big whammy this monster, damn it. I'm done with these tooth
It's
monsters.
about the size of like a large house cat.
Yeah.
Is this
So-
the lobby?
This is groundish floor.
We're
So
like
this
a
would be where
floor or whatever
HR
up from the lobby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it actually has like split floors in certain parts,
Yeah.
so it's like you can get to the lobby from here, but then that's why it's like 40 feet, 20 of it's when. Any case, but yeah, so you can easily get to the lobby.
It's time to kick some ass. Magical ass. And I'm going to do the big whammy. My ability.
Okay.
And I got a 7.
Okay.
And if that's a success, it's a 2 harm close damage with ignore armor. But if it's a miss, I have a magical backlash.
So a 7 will count as a success because 7 to 9 is a success. However, usually there's a slight detriment. Does anyone else want to do anything as this creature is again trying to eat Milton's face?
I'm inclined to also go over to the monster and just try and like punt it.
Call yourself Jeff's friend? You don't touch the skin monster!
Yeah, I will yell at Milton to, God damn it, you daft fool, get the hell over here. Hell are your shoes, as they big whammy and punt this monster.
All right. Would that be roll then
I am
tell?
completely out of breath.
Are you helping or protecting or attacking?
I'm trying to attack.
Protecting.
Who are you asking?
Oh, about everyone. So for Muriel, go
protecting.
ahead, roll plus tough. Same for Mata, roll plus tough, and we'll see how that helps with protecting Milton. And then for Octavius, go ahead, roll plus tough, but as an attack, unless you're doing like a magic thing.
I'm going to use Unholy Strength to roll weird instead of tough when I kick some ass.
All right.
That's a total of 10.
Okay.
11 on protect.
Okay.
I got a 7 on protect.
Oh, Milton's fine. He's gonna live forever.
Milton takes 1 point of damage. For how much damage is Octavius doing?
I am not sure. I'm not using my normal base natural attack. I'm really just going up and trying to kick this thing away from Milton. So I don't know how much damage that would be.
Yeah, you more or less like run over like a football player, field goal kicker, and just kick it off of his face as Mata and Muriel help assist in getting Milton out of the way. You save his face. He does get a cut across his face, but he's more or less fine. He's still holding his stapler. He's like, that's my stapler. It's trying to get my stapler. They never paid me my back pay, and that's why I want to set it all on fire. And it's disgruntled employee is an understatement.
yell. Just fucking move, Milton.
Oh, okay, well, keep your hand off my stapler, and they owe me 5 months of back pay, and I didn't want to move down to the office in the basement because Mata smells like fart sometimes. it just...
You gonna take that?
As I'm hearing Milton talk, I'm regretting kicking this thing off of his face.
I'll light a cigarette.
Well, we have to torch him. He's been cut by it.
His eyes go wide. His glasses that already make his eyes look big just fill full.
It's just all
like full moon.
It's all retina.
Yeah.
No, guys. It's fine. Let's just leave.
What's happening to the thing?
The thing is crawling and going underneath papers and underneath desks, as you can't see it at the moment, but it's still in the room. And again, there's
the
small
stairs.
fires.
Burn it, Muriel. Get your second wind and get over here with that flamethrower and do your dang jar.
The sprinklers have stopped, so it's just like little streams of water coming off of where the sprinklers are at. There's different areas that had foam fire suppression that have put it out, but there's still some papers that are like smoldering on desks and data pads that have cracked and their batteries exploded.
Yeah, these sprinklers have been going off, so I'll reach into my breast pocket to pull out my previously opened pack of smokes, but see that they're soaked. Gotta throw them on the floor and get that angry look before I will absolutely torch this monster area, but I'm going to be yelling at Mata to take these boys downstairs. Finish up those tasks. You got to get out of here before security gets here.
Okay.
So as everyone runs out, Muriel, go ahead, roll plus tough
Come on, Muriel.
to torch this area.
Smoke this critten.
Ready? I got an Ocho.
An 8?
The Ocho.
How much? I feel like a flamethrower would do like 3,
How
4
dead
damage
is it,
or
Keeper
something.
James?
I'll say you kill it because it's also weak to fire. That you find out as it screams and it starts like its skin bubbles and liquefies as it just burns this icky mess onto the floor. Mata does not get another detail because the room is already considered a lost investment.
Total loss.
Total loss. So any added damage or messes in this room will not be added to Mata's duty list.
Woohoo!
Yay. Bureaucracy wins again.
But you hear the large scream of the bigger creature somewhere down in the lobby.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
As everyone who's running towards it, you can like do the almost Scooby-Doo style stop heels like
Has that flamethrower got any gas, Mata?
Yeah.
We might have to put it to the test. You guys
Light
go
it up
first.
as soon as we.
I'm not the tank of this party.
Yeah. I'll make sure I'm in the lead when we push open that door.
We should wait
And
for
if I see
Muriel.
anything, I'm lighting it up.
yeah, these double doors, as you get close, you see the shadow of the creature cast on the door and the 2 windows within the center of each of these double doors just hits the hallway next to you as this creature has somehow gotten bigger and it stands
Building
almost
stuff
like
big.
30 feet tall.
Oh.
Yeah. As its feet are poking holes in the floor
my
of
God.
the lobby. And your tasks just went up to fix the tiles in the lobby.
I'll use IT to defeat this.
I mean, if the lobby becomes a total loss, your tasks go away.
There we go.
Yeah.
We just gotta wreck some shit. Can I send Muriel a message on my HCOM that the big one's down here in the lobby? Just something to alert her? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going out there yet then.
You hear it hitting the pillars of the lobby as tiles fall and clatter to the floor as it's trying to break its way out of the front door. But the bars, like the metal coverings are keeping it in place for now.
Okay.
You know, this is about to be somebody else's problem. I'm just saying. I might be able to remotely open those doors.
I think it would be better if we took care of it.
Why? Why do you think
Less-
that?
Less damage.
Less damage to what?
Well, people outside, the profit margins of Ammon, our own reputations.
I guess we will have to agree to disagree, Mata. You might be the deciding voice here.
As you talk, you hear the creature squeal as one of the arms falls off the creature as some rebar had cut it, like one of the flailing arms connected to it off. And the arm now walks on its fingers, and the forearm and upper arm split into tentacles as it wanders around the lobby floor.
Hey.
Does not look out the window.
On the other
See if
hand,
you can open. see if you can open those those shutters.
You got it. This will be my task for this floor, I suppose.
wasn't there some talk of PPE earlier?
Yeah, the outdoors
Wait,
is our best form of PPE.
I will say that this will require multiple successes.
I'm not gonna take that 4. Oh, it's a 6 with weird. I'm gonna burn a luck.
Okay,
Well, that'll be a 14, sir.
14.
Goodbye, monster from hell.
you see the security start to open up, which at that time, Muriel, your data device is just going off, flashing red, as something is trying to leave the building, and the security is being hacked into.
I've learned a word today. Says I'll look at it. Goddamn hackers.
They're the worst kind.
But yeah, so this brings me to my as I was using this time to catch my breath and dry off 3 cigarettes.
she's like,
I will light. Yeah, I'm just slowly flambeing them on the stairs. One of my crispy Ammon Reds and start booking it down there as fast as possible, slamming keep the door shut on my data pad.
So you're using the data pad to
As-
reclose the door?
Yeah, that's in one hand as I'm running down with a flamethrower, cigarette in mouth.
Gotta beat a 14, son.
Burial.
Well, it's more just make a successful check. Yeah. You can use either roll plus sharp or even act under pressure. So you could do roll plus cool if you want.
Right, and I took the thing so I could use my sharp instead of cool,
Yeah.
so it's a sharp roll either
Yeah.
way. All right, I have achieved a 7.
So that is a partial success, technically. Something bad may happen. But but yeah, the doors everyone else hears the doors close as Muriel is running as best she can down the hallway towards you three.
Oh, great. I suppose we have to deal with it after all.
The longer you wait, Mata's task list has gotten longer. However, Mata, you're aware that if you just let it keep going, it's probably about to clear itself out.
You hear me yell as I come down the stairs, the big slam of my steel-toed military boots. How many tasks you got left?
The lobby goes quiet.
Technically, I was successful.
I mean, with the noise in the lobby, it stops, or it's a complete loss and all tasks are gone.
Both.
No more tasks.
Do I still have a task?
Analyze this data, I guess. Or we can head over to the HR room.
All right. Then, yep. I guess that's
it.
where I'm going.
I'm gonna look out the little window again too.
Perfect. Because as you look out the window, you see nothing in the lobby, but then a hand slaps on the window as another one crawls in, much like the thing.
Like a hand with like
From
4
Adam's Family?
thumbs.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah.
Gross.
As multiple sets of hands are now making their way into your same hallway. You can attack, you can run, you can do
I'm
something,
gonna
but
light
they're
it
going to
up.
try and get you. Yeah.
At this point, being this close to the doors, with them trying to come through the doors, light it up.
They're very close, so if you fail, you will also get burned.
Okay.
Don't fail.
What? Let's see. This
The roll plus
would be tough.
Yep.
9.
9.
Use magic to help out this attack.
You can use your roll plus cool.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I guess unless you also are attacking. So if you're helping out, it's roll plus cool. But if you're like using magic to like attack or hit something, then roll plus weird.
It's probably metagaming, it would be better for me to attack it and roll plus weird, but I want to help this endeavor. So like by figuring out some way to block the door from opening, or I don't know. Maybe it's not possible.
I can use luck too to up that, right?
True. Yeah, you could use luck to auto succeed.
Yeah, I'll use a luck.
All right. As Gary is about to help, and you see his hands light up with techno arcane to assist, some kind of golden glimmer rustles over the scales of Mata as he's able to just take commanding steps backwards and torch these motherfuckers one at a time as they squeal and scream from, they don't have mouths, some point of their body, as they bubble up and melt onto the floor, but they got uncomfortably close.
It's the squeal of when a hot dog is on the microwave and it starts to like steam before it splits.
Yeah.
They're real high pitched, like when you're at the camp. You got it over a campfire. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Milton is afraid of these things and decides to run further into the building and away from the lobby.
Is that the direction I'm running?
Can I cool him down? Can I like manipulate him to like, hey, we're better off together, Milton. You run off that way, you're liable to get eaten alive by this thing. Stick with the group.
He's going the same way as Octavius a little bit. Since we didn't use a roll plus weird for Gary, you can definitely use roll plus charm.
I got a 14, baby.
14.
Boxcars. Boom. You ain't going nowhere, Milton.
Your voice seems to give Milton that commanding, like, you know what, you're right. Like, if I just listen to you guys, then I might actually make it out of here. And then me and Schwinn will be able to, like, move over to the Bahamas and Golden and be just
Can't
fine.
get your back pay if you're dead.
Yeah, how can I get my back pay if 5 months if I'm dead? We should go to HR and I'm writing myself a check.
Let's go over to HR right now. See what we can find.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah. Are we relatively clear of danger? We could head into the HR office while the flamethrower boys take care of business?
For the moment, but you don't know where the large creature has gone. And also, when it takes damage, it can dismember itself.
Yeah, what if it's filing a complaint?
Yeah.
Be bad. Are we staying together? Are we all going to HR? Get our tasks done?
I mean, if we're not going to HR now to do tasks, then when are we?
Right. I think,
like it.
Yes, let's go to HR, get your task complete, because mine's done now.
Which you all know that you can't, the doors won't open, especially in when there's a lockdown, unless security allows you to and your tasks are done. Normally you can't leave until your tasks are done, but because there's an emergency.
Muriel, are you coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get you boys to HR.
I have a very critically important question, James.
Yeah.
Is there a vending machine in the HR lounge that has habanero flamin' hot Cheetos?
It has the Ammon like signature select version.
Yeah. Really? What's the hotness? What's the Scoville index here on these Ammon?
It would definitely. So because they are an office favorite, they do range from spicy lemon to ghost pepper.
Oh, I used the little credits that I've earned today to buy a ghost pepper.
Amanitos.
Yeah,
Cheese
Amanitos. Cheese puffs.
Amanitos.
That was brilliant. That is talent right there. Tune in, folks. If you've made it 3 hours into this to get to that point, you better watch every dang video this dude's ever made.
Hopefully I can cut it down. But you can definitely make it to the HR break room.
I hand that bag of Cheetos to Milton, and I say, these mild potato chips might help you calm down.
He looks at it. He has to adjust his glasses, but he can't really read close very well due to his prescription. He has to like look over his brim, and even then, his eyesight's not great.
No, look, see, there's nothing wrong with him, and I'll eat one and try to not be affected by it.
Let's just do a generic. It's like an attack of your mouth.
Yeah,
do a roll plus tough.
Is it a cool or a tough? Okay, a tough. Okay.
Either one. You can do roll plus cool if you want.
I'll
You're
take a
acting under
cool.
pressure.
I'll take a cool. 7.
7.
Yeah. Sweating a little bit.
You do like take a bite. You're able to keep your composure, but like one sweat line is coming down as you're just holding your composure. Melon's like, well, as long as they're not the spicy ones, I should be fine. Because I kind of ruined the bathroom upstairs when I eat spicy food. So like,
we don't want to add
spicy.
another task to Mata's task list. He's almost done for the day. Trying to get out of here, Milton.
He'll take your spicy amanitos cheese puffs.
Yeah.
And start eating them, and immediately know that they're not mild.
And he actually has a reaction.
Yeah.
A physical reaction where he's like in pain.
Yeah.
All right, guys, he's fine.
To the HR bathroom.
I was afraid we were going to have to torch him, but clearly he has not been infected.
A new task appears on Mata's task list.
Uh-oh.
Son of a bitch.
You have to wait for Melton to be
that's
done.
my bad. I'll help you. I'll help. I was trying to test to see if he had any nerve endings left, or if he maybe was getting turned into one of them there creatures. Because I've seen that movie.
Do your HR tasks.
You're just waiting outside the bathroom for Melton to be done. It's going to take a minute.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Awkwardly.
Go ahead. Do your HR tasks, and I need a investigate a mystery or roll plus sharp from Muriel.
Ooh, I achieved a 10.
A 10. You see. I'll hold on to it. How did everyone else's rolls go?
Awesome.
Oh no, I got a 5 on my sharp.
5.
Does my Cheeto manipulation count as the HR IT task, or do you need another one? Because I'm happy to roll another one.
I need another one.
Okay.
That one is just making Milton eat a Cheeto.
HR is so boring.
Well, I'm still curious to find out how someone may have infiltrated the building. So if I can use IT to investigate who from this level, from the HR level, might have manipulated their clearance or something. Just trying to discover that information. So I'll investigate a mystery. Yeah. But you said I could use weird to do that earlier. Is that still, or is that not?
Yeah, if you want to use magic to do it,
I do.
It'll help out. Yeah.
8.
You know from HR's computers that Michael Bolton is a skilled data analyst with a good IT background.
Just seeing that data like overwritten as you're reading it.
Yeah, he's mid at best. Come on.
Peter, who he had mentioned earlier and was friends with, is a mediocre data analyst at best, but has recently shown some initiative and was possibly up for promotion. While Joanna, who he also mentioned, works in the cafeteria, so they're not quite sure why she's partnered up with them. Which leads us to Muriel. You see the vague puppetry of Joanna and Peter trying to walk down the hallway as they hold their arms out and their knees are buckled inwards as they're making what they think is speech, but it just sounds like
Yeah. Goddamn trespassers. And I'll light them up.
Damn trespassers. Yes.
Go ahead and roll plus tough. As you all are doing your tasks, and Mata, you're waiting for the bathroom to be clear, you hear the whoosh, whoosh of the flamethrower going down the hallway, as you then also hear the screams of these two creatures try and run at Muriel.
So I got a 6, but burn one of my luck, so as I inhale the entire cigarette in one go, I'll turn that to a 14 or into a 12, which becomes a 13.
Amazing.
So the damage will be split between half of them, or half to both, which means that they're still alive and they're closing the distance to you. Because you got the drop on them from the good check,
They are both about to attack Muriel. What does everyone do?
How close am I to Muriel? Is Muriel
Probably about,
farther
like,
away from the bathroom, or
15 to 20 feet, close enough to hear the flamethrower go off and see the light fill up the corridor, and then the screams echo and come back in.
I will head that way to back Muriel. If I can get there and get a shot off on them without torching Muriel.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will.
Roll plus tough to kick some ass.
Oh, 12. I was nervous. I don't add anything to tough, but we're good.
So as you torch them, again, the flame will be split between the two of them, but they're weak to it. They fall into a singular mass that is still trying to pull itself towards the floor, but is much smaller now, as the two forms twist and blend as their blood boils, reaching out to bite Muriel. We still have Gary and Octavius.
Gary is going to jinx. So I am going to do a magic attack, I guess, and yeah, I'm going to use magic and I'm going to jinx.
Okay.
I got a 10, so I get a hold 2. I'm going to interfere with what the monster is trying to do as my jinx.
Okay. You see it begin to like ice over almost and freeze in place. Does Octavius want to do anything?
I am mid-task and doing badly at it, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna come back to it later is my plan, and I'll run over to the group, pulling out my pistol, intending to take a shot at this monster.
Uh-oh.
You see that it's frozen in place. You could, if you want, or
shatter it into a million little hungry mouths.
Yeah, I know what you're suggesting, and I'm worried about eating that. I'm gonna stick with the gun.
Oh, you gonna bite it? No.
I'm careful about what I put in my mouth.
Boom.
yeah, if you want to shoot it, it's just roll plus tough.
Alrighty. Am I able to use Unholy Strength on this or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Let's kick some ass. That's a total of 13.
Hey,
Yeah,
all right.
You shoot it, and it just shatters into a fine mist onto the floor. As you hear a very large howl down the hallway, and then from behind you, the loud flush. Then, and water is coming out from the bathroom. You see tiles in the ceiling start falling as something is hitting the walls of the hallway as it's trying to force itself down. What would you all like to do as something is coming towards you?
You know what my vote is. Let it outside. That's why this town has seekers.
Do you folks with the flamethrowers feel like you can handle that?
Is it the big one?
Yeah,
Looks like it.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'll kind of check how much fuel you got left, Mata.
I'll look at my gauge and see where we're at.
Because you did it twice.
I've done it twice.
Muriel's done it twice, so you probably both only have like one left.
All right.
I don't think this is a shotgun's task.
Actually, this is where what? She'll slowly turn towards you, her glasses glinting in the office light. It absolutely is. Grab your shotguns, boys.
If you don't have a shotgun, HR is the place to get your company Ammon mandated shotgun. In the center of HR, there is a kiosk. All you have to do is scan your badge, and a shotgun will be appointed to you.
All right.
It's like the cigarette dispenser, just with shotguns.
Yeah.
I'll get a shotgun.
I'm headed to get a shotgun.
You scan your badge, it like turns, and then there's a lockable holder that a shotgun is resting into, and then it unlocks. And you can pick it up, and then as the next person scans their badge, it rotates again, and a new shotgun is in its place.
Shotguns are had.
Be looking over at the data terminal like I've got work to do.
Mata, take off. Let's see. Yeah, Mata, take off your flamethrower pack.
Okay. It's off.
I believe I predict your plan.
Is anyone near the doorway where you were using your flamethrowers?
Like this doorway to the stairwell?
Doorway into like a corridor, away from this opposite side of the stairwell.
Probably am not too far away from that.
you hear the undulating sound of something coming down the hallway, and as you poke your head around, you see the mass see you for a moment as part of 3 different faces
Oh no.
kind of undulate together, and then it just shoots straight up into the tiles of the ceiling as you hear the crawling across the tiled ceiling. Because the ceilings, it's like a floating ceiling, so there is a crawl space in between. At that point, you have like 1 turn to roll something or do something before it does its thing.
All right.
We're all clustered together right now,
What's
right?
your plan, Muriel?
a tactical clump, as it were.
We're about to be a statistic.
Alrighty. So, plan is, I need you to hold it in place, Octavius. We'll throw the tanks, and then Mata and Gary, I'm going to need you to aim true. Aim on Tatya.
Right.
All right.
All right.
As you say that, right between all of you, a ceiling tile comes down as a tentacle that then splits tries to hit all of you. And as you see this, what actions do you do?
I'd try and get some distance.
Okay. You can definitely roll plus tough to try and get away.
I'm going to try to push Gary out of the way.
Okay. So that's a help out action. Or protect someone. So roll plus tough.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put my tank into the tentacle mass and see if
Okay.
it grabs that instead of one of us.
Okay. Let's get a act under pressure for that one.
11.
11. And then pushing Gary out of the way. That was an 8.
Correct.
Okay.
So I guess I'll jump out of the way. Tough. I got a 7.
7.
I got
Guys,
a
running.
5.
5.
Oh.
So Gary will get pushed out of the way, but Muriel will end up taking one of the points of damage that Gary was supposed to. So Muriel will take 2. Octavius will take 1. And as far as the tank, because you're able to push it in, the tentacle spears the tank and misses Mata.
Okay.
But you're holding the tank now, and the similar hand drill tooth is pierced through the tank as you're holding on to it as it's right in front of you. Gary is like pushed over, like on the floor, looking up at this as Muriel has been hit and Octavius has been hit, and then the tentacle is starting to pull itself back up into the ceiling.
So did it like pierce me and withdraw, or is it like more like a harpoon is stuck in me right now?
It's more like as it goes out, little bits of teeth and bone are pierced into like a non-vital part of you, as then the tentacle pulls back out. Because Muriel took a bigger hit, it's probably in a more vital spot, so like abdomen. You see then another panel a little further away is reaching down. You see that it has the tank on it and is trying to now attack sideways, so like one over and just whoosh, and attack the group. So it's going to try and attack everyone but Gary.
I mean, I know what I want to do in this situation, but what order are we? What order are we all doing things in here?
Whatever order you would like to do.
I get the impression this thing is like directly above us at this point. Like if it came down through the ceiling, it would land on us. Yeah.
So Mata's, just so I had this picture in my mind, right? Mata is holding one of these tanks, and this thing has speared through it. Is that still happening? Or did it take the tank back?
No, that tank is still there.
But in Mata's hands.
Yeah.
And the other tank is somewhere on Muriel's person?
Body. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to act.
Wait, does the tentacle have the tank, or do I have the tank?
That one tentacle is still there. It's stuck in the tank. But the other parts that spread out got sucked back into the ceiling.
I'm waiting to see what
I'm
happens.
gonna try again to get some distance. I would like to be not directly underneath the creature.
Yeah. Basically, push the tank away from myself with the tentacles in there and try and back away.
When he does that, I'm going to shoot it.
Can I maybe use magic to try and like move with sudden speed or something?
Yeah, definitely. Roll plus weird to use your monstrous background to leap out of the way.
All right. That's a total of 9.
Yeah, you're able to make it to the doorway, but you do see, like you suspected, that there are tentacles kind of this square room. It's almost like the creature is grabbing the entire room, so you see claws digging into the top of the walls outside the hall, where it has knocked down the ceiling tiles.
Fun.
So basically imagine almost like a wide mouth that is like 30 feet across in all dimensions is open, biting this room as it's trying to attack you with its tentacles.
And we're underneath this?
Yeah. It's not trying to eat us anymore. It's just trying to eat the room we're in.
Yeah. And you're underneath it.
Can I use magic to detonate the tank instead of shooting it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to do that.
You can try and like change the chaos within it to like explode as Mata backs away.
Let's see what horrible shit happens now.
Yeah.
You want something for a jump away?
Gonna be pretty horrible.
And either do roll plus cool or roll plus tough.
We'll do cool.
So you act under pressure.
8.
Okay,
Super
go ahead and
dive.
explode the tank. You will probably, depending on how this roll goes, you'll still like get singed a little bit. Take 1 point of damage.
Well, I rolled absolute booty. I rolled a 5, but I want to use a luck point. Still have some of those left.
Okay.
You're burning so much luck.
14. Is that a never
14.
comes back resource, or do we get a long rest after this?
If we were playing a longer game, it might come back, but
Fine.
for this, does not come back.
I'm not good on tentacle monsters. So there you have it. A 14 to detonate the tank that is now being held by the monster.
You hear it squeal, and Mata, you're still going to take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
If you had done the fails, more people would have gotten hurt. But you hear it squeal as the tentacle explodes and just covers the walls with the black ichor that makes it up, and little bits of teeth and hair are now just splattered across the floor as it melts as it sizzles and burns with flame.
Gross.
Muriel has a turn.
Yeah, I guess the correct cool guy hero thing to do in this moment is set the tank on the desk, tell everyone to start running. So I will hit the data pad to open the door since our tasks are done.
You can definitely use your security feature to unlock the metal doors.
I guess I'll go to hit unlock. See, there's still a task left undone. I'm just going to stare at Octavius.
Actually,
In that bathroom too.
it's just the bathroom because HR has become a write-off at this point.
You can do it.
So
Mata.
Mata is the only one. You have the option of destroying the bathroom.
There's also still a Milton in there.
Yeah.
He's,
Come on, Mata,
he's gonna
let's go.
die anyway from poison. Poisonous ghost pepper Cheetos.
Son of a bitch. Can hope that room gets written off.
You definitely can. You can hope for the best.
Oh, you're thinking not cleaning the bathroom?
Where is the bathroom on the other side of HR at this point?
Yeah, it's like at the end. It's basically the other side. It's closer to where you all came in instead of this side. You could run over and just try and destroy the bathroom as quick as possible.
What? There's a gross monster. If I went to hit the thing and I saw there's one task left, the cool guy thing to do is I'm going to roll the tank that I had at the bathroom, pull up my magnum,
Blow up the bathroom.
put a bullet in it.
Do it.
Get wrecked, Milton.
Alrighty. That's what, kick ass with toughness?
Yeah.
Alright, since we are just about the end here, I did roll a 5, but I am going to just burn a luck.
You just pop the tank out, kick it across. You aim your shotgun true, and as the door, you roll it with such force, the door like swings open, and you pop it, and it forces the door to open up the opposite way as you just see flames filling up the bathroom.
Task is no longer required.
Woo!
Have a good day.
Thank you.
I believe the creature only took damage, but was still going, but we had success. I think no damage across the board. We're fine. But at this point, it does fall because of the explosion through the ceiling and is now fallen into HR. So it looks like a trampoline that has lost its elasticity and is just sunken. But you see the undulating tentacles, teeth, and tongues inside HR as you try
like fighting a dermoid cyst. It's disgusting.
Yeah. But you are welcome to run if you would like.
Bye. Ain't got to tell me twice.
I'll hit the unlock button for him so they can get out on this side. If it's possible, I'll try to get back to the front desk.
Okay. You can definitely make some headway because it does take this creature extra movement to get through these tight corridors. So you could make it to the security desk.
Can I jinx the thing?
As you run away?
Yeah.
Definitely attempt to, yeah.
Okay.
Headed to the front desk is probably the quickest way out, right?
I got a 12 on
12?
jinxing. So I'm going to interfere with him, giving -1 forward.
Okay.
Slow it down. So slipping on the broken tile floor.
Yeah, all the tile on tile is just like skates on ice.
Yeah.
And then Madi, you were saying going to the front desk?
Yeah. Front desk is probably the quickest way out through the lobby and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So head that way, follow in Muriel.
As you approach the lobby, you see that it has been completely wrecked. Pillars are barely standing, and the iron gates that protect Ammon during emergencies have been opened for humans to exit. You are all welcome to leave, except Muriel, who is not done with their tasks.
Uh-oh.
Because the only thing you have left is just waiting out the clock.
Correct. I will grab my purse. I grab my purse. I take a seat at the front desk. I begin readjusting my hair. I'm sure it's everywhere at this point. Clean my glasses. Tuck my hair back up in a bun. Pull my belt back up to my bra. I will to the boys, and thanks for coming in on the weekend.
Is Muriel in a position of safety?
No.
I am not going to leave. I'm going to go stand next to Muriel with a shotgun in hand.
I will as well.
If we get through this, I quit. And I will go back in and join Muriel and the team.
As you all stand firm in the lobby, as you wait for this creature to approach, you see its undulating mass come over the second mezzanine level as the hands and claws grip onto the railing and leap out towards you.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening. Our intro and outro for episode 2 is Her Ghost by Keyframe Audio on Pixabay. Songs include Her Ghost. From Nihlor, we include Forest for the Trees, Follow Me Into the Dark, It's Dark, In the Belly of the Whale, Anapraxis, and Paradox. From Karl Casey, Bad Omen, Wrathchild, Carnage, Upgrade, and Eliminator. And from LesiaKower, Brainwashed. Thanks so much for listening. Like, rate, review, subscribe, and all that sweet jazz. Alright, bye!
First end credit is you all are walking out. Muriel is smoking, possibly anyone else who wants a cigarette offered by Muriel, bloodied. and Milton is being assisted by an emergency technician. And I just came in because I just wanted my paychecks and get my stapler back. As the whole lobby of Ammon Advancements has fallen in and crushed the creature underneath the bricks and tile.
Well, it's a W in my book.
Awesome.
Hey, you guys ever had a burger calzone?
No.
Doctor says they're bad for me.
Well,
Meanwhile,
But-
and I'm like glancing over at Milton, who's being led away. Like, damn, I missed my meal.
Hamburgers isn't too bad.
I say we go and try it out. I've always wanted to try one.